Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria, pound for pound the two greatest fighters in the world. What can we expect from them in the near future? What's next for Islam? Coming off two great wins against the previous pound-for-pound king Volkanovski and potential fight of the year with Dustin Poirier, it is safe to say that Islam has caught the eye of many across the globe. After three spectacular finishes, he is scheduled to fight Arman Tsarukyan. But what after Arman?
If I beat him,
Oliveira, Topuria, or double champ status?
I'm tired to give somebody rematch, I need the second belt.
We know Islam has his eyes on the welterweight belt. But for this video, I want to explore different possible paths for his future. These being a Charles Oliveira rematch, if he gives rematches any consideration, or an Ilia Topuria fight, beating Arman. Then double champ status are highly likely. But what about these possible fights? It would be Oliveira first, followed by an Ilia Topuria super fight, concluding with a move up to welterweight for the title.
Charles Oliveira has shown, again, that he's right back in the mix.
Man, I beat him, Arman beat him. It's nothing excited, to beat him again.
With Oliveira being far-fetched, I speculate a bout between the two greatest in the world right now would be plausible, but also possibly the highest skill level fight in UFC history. With Islam's exciting future covered, we move on to Ilia Topuria's prospects. What is next for El Matador? Ilia's options are more diverse than Islam's, as he only has one defense so far, a history-making knockout on Max Holloway. A Volk rematch or Diego Lopez title defense are what the fans desire, and realistically the two most likely potential matchups for Ilia next. After that, he could also move up to lightweight and fight Dustin or Charles to earn a title shot versus Islam. These three are his options right now, but in which order would these play out? Clearing out the division should be his priority. Two top contenders in Lopez and Evloev, followed by a Volk rematch. And if he's lucky, Islam before he moves up. It is speculated that Volk and Lopez will be fighting for the interim belt, so the winner of that will be facing Topuria unless he pulls a John Jones, ducking the interim champ. In Lopez versus Volk, if Lopez wins, we will see him versus Topuria. If not, we will see a Volk rematch. I believe that if there is a rematch, Ilia knocks him out again. Volk, coming off two knockouts in a Lopez fight, will not be able to withstand Ilia's power and prowess. We've seen it once, and he will do it again. Topuria is the best display of boxing in MMA, and this will prove difficult to overcome for any opponent he faces. His boxing skill will even pose a threat to Islam if he keeps the fight on the feet.
Oh, huge jab for Topuria. Not forcing anything.
Yeah. Oh! This is an outclassing of Topuria, if we're going to be honest, on the feet. A boxing masterclass. I mean, Topuria is putting a masterclass of boxing 101. Oh, look at that uppercut.
However, Islam's stand-up fighting has drastically improved as seen in the Dustin fight, in which Islam outstruck Dustin. Islam's signature knees in the clinch also pose a threat to Topuria in the stand-up aspect. The takedown threat is a major factor of this, as Islam's grappling is absolutely elite, but Ilia is not one to be slept on when it comes to ground game. His background is actually Greco-Roman wrestling, and he is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This is evident in his fight against Bryce Mitchell, an elite grappler and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, where he submitted him with an arm triangle.
Topuria is really, oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this.
Oh, that's tight.
We also know that Ilia is susceptible to head kicks, specifically on the left side of the head. How did Islam knock out Volk? A head kick to the left side of the head. If Islam can perfectly execute another head kick like that, he has a chance of knocking out Ilia on the feet. But the safer option is to take him down and maul him on the ground with the height, weight, and strength advantage that Islam has. If Ilia can counter that with his wrestling and keep it on the feet, he has a higher chance of winning. However, as Islam said,
this is not boxing, this is MMA, man.
So I don't see Ilia keeping the fight purely based on striking. Therefore, I don't see Ilia being able to prevent Islam from submitting him. Thus, I firmly believe that Islam would come out victorious in a title matchup between himself and Ilia Topuria.